Since he took the smaller guys, which is unique, I'm going to take the power forwards. Blake Griffin. And you know what?
He's one of the league's most physical players?
Yeah, Blake Griffin. Yeah, he's physical. He just gets thrown around a lot sometimes, but no, but he throws it around too, man. He throws it around.
Oh, does not.
Yes, he does. He and Zach Randolph. Yeah, I like Zach Randolph. Yes, he does. And Dwight Howard is physical. And my man, Nikola
Pekovic.
Yes, is one of the toughest bigs I've seen around.
It's recording, love.
And what's Dwight Howard? You can say it.
Super Dwight Howard.
No, say it.
Come on, give us a super.
Say it with some energy.
Superman is in the building.
Oh, now.
There he goes. There he goes.
That's it for now. Talk to you later.
That is a brief look at the pregame show for NBA 2K16. Hello, everybody, and we are going to be doing a modified, well, it's the Houston Rockets Dynasty. They are undefeated, and they are modified. Let's turn it over to the broadcast team now.
Going into this game, 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Despite a very successful road trip, it's got to be nice to return home and play in front of their loyal fans.
This is a special matchup. I mean, we got here tonight. Two rival franchises, a lot of history between the two, and some bad blood. So let's just see how all this adds up in terms of drama.
And, guys, I think if you ask them, as far as they're concerned, this game counts twice in the standings. I mean, it carries that kind of weight. It really holds that kind of significance for both of them.
And the Houston Rockets starting five. We've got Williams, Maverick out there with Cowboy, and there's Doc, and it's Steele, and at the five.
These players are the left behind players.
And guys, how about Ilyasova last season shooting the basketball? Always a decent threat to score. His improvements in efficiency were amazing. He increased his field goal accuracy from 41 to 47% in only 1 year.
And we were talking about Ilyasova. There's a reason his field goal percentage went up last season. It wasn't necessarily better shooting. It was probably better shot selection.
And I think the scheme played to his strengths. Lots of ball movement, penetration, kicking out to open spot-up shooters. Ersan showed us that's his kind of game.
Here's Captain Clutch, and out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
Went out of bounds.
And it's Oklahoma City's ball coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And with the number of turnovers they had in that game, guys, it was going to be an uphill battle all the way.
Especially when you couple the turnovers with the soft defense they were playing. That's a losing combination.
Fires the three. That's good. Doc's got his first 3 points of the game.
How in the world did they let him get?
And there's the feed to Ilyasova. Here's Abrinas. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And here's Houston. Last time they met in Houston.
Yeah, and they won their last game against this squad, and it was about the hot shooting on display.
Really took it to him, Greg. A dramatic difference as far as scoring efficiency.
Here's Oladipo after the Rockets pick up three. The pass to Abrinas. The Rockets pull it in. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And they may have been on the road, but you know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from three.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean, when you shoot like that from outside, it really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Fires for three, and that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
It's like they forgot that anybody else is on the floor. They're just going at each other right now.
I know it's a team game, but every now and then, guys detour into the one-on-one action that we've got on our hands right now.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
outside Westbrook. There's the dish to Oladipo. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. That sent it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. Doris?
Well, Kevin, basically preventing second chance points is something he pointed to as one of their keys to a win today. He's hoping to see a ton of energy in the rebounding game from his players. Most guys talk an awful lot about winning the energy battle.
Great, Doris. Thank you.
It's not necessarily an overlooked part of the game, but rebounding can affect everything else you do.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Ryan Anderson. Riza comes in for Maverick. Gordon's checked in for Doc. And it's James Harden in for Cowboy.
All these players' nicknames are actually players from the Left Behind series. Mac McCullum, Sion Ben-Judah, Cameron Williams, Rayford Steele,
Adams dishes to Oladipo,
and Ken Ritz are the starting five for this team.
Westbrook with a wide open look. And it's off from three-point range. And here's Houston.
And I'm moving
They're
to the
on a 15-5 run here.
A is
the
passing.
drive by Gordon. And here's Anderson from the arc. Good. Anderson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And really that's what built the early lead here. Killer shooting from beyond.
And the defense needs to recognize that and get to the shooters. It's imperative that they get a hand up.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
You know what? They just are in a funk right now offensively. A good time to maybe come up with a play to get them a good look.
Well, most coaches, usually have a go-to speech or tactic that they can use when they need it most. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something. They're getting buffaloed and beat up. He couldn't let that continue. He had to call the timeout there.
Just want to point out, too, one of the things we're going to be looking at in this edition is commentary, realism, and then we're going to stream an NBA live game where we look at the same things, crowd sounds, speed of the game, responsiveness, and so far I like what I'm seeing. The controls are pretty much the same in both games, so there's some consistency there. And here we go.
Just over 3.5 minutes first. They set the pick. Inside. It's tipped and stolen by Ariza. Dishes it to Williams. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it.
They're
moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
To the paint. Here's Gordon. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Rockets leading by 14. It's tipped. 1:35 left in the first quarter. There's a good screen. Nelson, no one around him. It's good from long range.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Ariza has the open look. Good. The nice assist for Williams.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's McGarry. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
Get the ball inbounds. Got a 5-second violation.
And now let's bring you the list of the top three-point shooting teams over the course of the past 10 games. The Rockets, number 1.
The main factor, I think, is the great spacing. That has led to wide-open, long-range shots, and that's why we see the great numbers from the 3.
Nelson kicks to Westbrook. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Harden. Rockets leading by 12. Ariza passes to Williams. Shot from 12. Buries the jump shot. Williams has got 7 points.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
And he gets it to go.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
And here are the Rockets. Feeds it to Gordon. He dishes it to Anderson. The three. And Harden with the basket on the assist from Ryan Anderson. Harden's got his first 3 points of the game. Westbrook against Williams. Nelson, right side. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Ariza. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew exactly what they wanted to do right there, Greg, and the timing was right on time.
Gotta love his commentary when he hit those buzzer beater shots. I love it.
And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on a life growing up as the youngest of 18 children back in New Zealand.
Dang.
So, like, the youngest over there has to do everything, like all chores, pretty much 18 years of being rookie. That's pretty much all it is, and people just beat you up for no reason.
Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, got him outside of himself and toughened him up a little bit. No question about that. Wow, 18, that's mind-boggling.
That is amazing.
Yep.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Houston.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
So on the floor for Houston, Doc is out there with Ryan Anderson. And there's Maverick, and it's Cowboy, and it's Steele, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Adams. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job. And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Here's Captain Clutch. The kick out to Anderson. 6 on the shot clock. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Doc. Putting up about 10 points a night, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And with his ability to put the ball in the bucket, he has to be your primary focus defensively.
Defenses plan to stop him, but very few succeed. That's why he's the team's leading scorer.
Now here's Payne. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Yeah, looking to turn things around here, Greg, and cut into this lead. They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
So far, there hasn't really been a lot of room for me to say much because the commentary flows and there isn't a lot of breaks on it like there is on other games. It's consistent. You don't hear the same things twice generally on this game, which is another thing I like. I don't really have a lot of bad things to say about the gameplay of the game, but boy, have I got some issues menu-wise, and we'll talk about those when this game is over. Just hit the A button to continue.
Rockets leading by 13. Maverick passes to Anderson. Right wing. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And let's go real fast to the rookie leaderboard. These are the rookies shooting the highest percentage from the floor this season. You look at Cowboy, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And, of course, Doc. Same can be said about him.
Well, I think it's safe to say these two have made the adjustment to the brand of defense being played in the NBA. Their shooting percentages are just fantastic.
You know, for the season so far, their efficiency really off the charts, guys. I mean, great shot selection, excellent composure as well. I mean, you really can't tell that these guys are rookies.
There's one very angry Thunder fan out there.
And Victor Oladipo, after a solid rookie campaign, really took it up a notch last season, even after missing Clark the first 9 games with that facial fracture.
I love this kid's gravitas. I mean, he's got a presence about him. His percentages improved across the board, field goal, three-point, free throws. But I like his work ethic and his confidence.
Now, here's Oladipo. Not too proud of his numbers in that game against the Timberwolves, that's for sure.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Houston leading by 11. Doc the pass to Steele. 11 feet away, and he hits the jump shot.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Abrines the pass to Adams. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
Now, here's Anderson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
He tried to go for an alley-oop and it
break
was
for the
stolen.
Thunder. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Thunder have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
For the Thunder, Enes Kanter comes in for Adams. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Payne. Houston with a big group substitution here. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Anderson. Gordon comes in for Doc. James Harden, he's checked in for Cowboy. And it's Williams in for Maverick. And he sinks the second.
Nice realistic sounds. The ball rolling around the rim up
Gordon
there.
with it.
Very nice.
He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Kicks to Harden. Outside Gordon. Ariza outside. Takes a 3. And another 3 for Houston.
Probably heard some of the crowd, the field chatter there
trailing
as well.
by
Very
13.
Nice.
Down low. Here's Ilyasova. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Ilyasova's got 4 this quarter.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Goes in, passes to Steele, and stolen by Ilyasova. Oladipo against Williams. Here's Kanter.
Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder.
What a last name.
And finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one. And Kanter drops them both.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
There's 1:54 left in the first half of the game. Williams kicks to Harden.
Stolen again by Oklahoma City.
Here's
They're making
Roberson.
a comeback.
He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Westbrook dishes to Cantor. Over to the left wing. Pass to Roberson. Shot clock at 6. McGarry kicks to Westbrook. He drains it from the right block. Westbrook's got his third basket of the night.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
7 points in the game. Harden outside. The kick out to Williams. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Westbrook. This last month, he's been positively spectacular, putting up about 25 points per game, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
Impossible to guard right now. When he's on a roll like this, there's not much you can do to stop him.
Now that's the way it's done. Take it up high and throw it down with everything you got.
That's right. Clark, he was not going to take the soft approach on that drive.
I would certainly hope not. I mean, you get that kind of opportunity with little resistance from the defense, you got to take it. Fellas, that's exactly the job the big guy has to do for him. Contest every rebound.
Here's Roberson. It's good from long range. And now just a 2-point Rocket lead.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
To the middle. Here's Steele. A timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Well, it's always nice to see a strong inside game, and that's what we've got going on there. I mean, they're pounding it inside.
Rayford Steele will go and shoot one, actually.
For the Rockets, Doc comes in for Trevor Ariza. The Mavericks subbed in for Gordon. The Rockets have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
He made it, but barely.
Here is Nelson. 14 points from him the last game against Minnesota.
And defensively, guys, he was just all over the place, forcing turnovers and applying terrific ball pressure.
Houston leading by 3. Harden the pass to Williams. 18 feet out. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. Here's Westbrook. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
Boy, was he physical. I mean, in that game, just drawing a lot of contact and getting himself to the line over and over.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Rockets on top, up 5. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Jameer, looking back at this first half of play, what sorts of things need to happen for you guys in the second half?
Well, we need to get stops. The first team that gets stops puts together some strings on the defensive end. I think we'll win the game. And, you know, we have to take more pride in things we're doing. We're doing some things differently, but I think we can play a little harder, actually a lot harder on defense.
Jameer, thank you. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, and it's the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Houston holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They lead by 5. Starting with Kenny, your take.
Well, give them credit for getting out on that fast break. They made a concerted effort to run every time. Not once, not twice, every time, and it paid off in points. I also thought it wore down the defense.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
That does it for halftime, as the game is just about set to get going again. We send you back to Kevin Harlan and crew for the third quarter.
More needs to be done there on the halftime presentation.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
It's been a tough go for him. Just an uncontainable game for Williams. He has 9 points and 3 assists.
And so here is Houston. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Thunder. They've got Oladipo. Adams is out there with Ilyasova. Then there's Russell Westbrook. When you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
And there's Oladipo on the assist by Westbrook. Oladipo's got his second bucket tonight.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
And for Westbrook, he had some high praise. Allen Iverson said he's a huge fan of Westbrook and sees so much of himself in him, mostly due to how they play with heart. I'll tell you the other thing, Allen Iverson I always felt was the most intimidating small guard in the history of the league. Russell Westbrook rapidly trying to claim that honor.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
You know, I was thinking back to that Iverson quote on Westbrook. They play with that same fire. The styles in which they play are different, but you can see the intensity is the same between them.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And as you can see, some of these timeouts are 30-second. Some are the full 2 minutes. And here you can make substitutions and do things like that unless you got it set to auto sub, which I think we do. So we're going to continue by hitting the A button. Not really sure what the visuals are on that one.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Down low. And the shot counts. He's fouled. It's a chance for a three-point play.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
A lot of ferocious dunkers in the NBA, but what could you say about Westbrook as maybe the top dunker right now on that list?
Well, the ferocity, the tenacity. I mean, he's almost angry when he takes it to the basket the way he does. I think that's part of what makes him so special.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
He kicks it to Ilyasova. The pass to Abrines. The wide open look here for Oladipo. Off target from outside.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Outside Williams. Here's Maverick. He's covered by Westbrook. Maverick. And it's Houston with another.
And I want to see more of that from him. I mean, he's been passing up on his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones that he takes.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Here's Abrines. His three-pointers off the mark. Houston leading by 10.
Only thing is, I wish they'd tell you
Westbrook with the steal.
who you were passing it to more than they do.
Up top, Adams. From deep. And he gets it to go. Abrines has got 9.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
To the middle. Here's Cowboy. It's deflected. Oladipo outside. The feed now to Ilyasova. Rockets with the rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Williams. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. 11 points in the game.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very efficient.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Oh, good.
Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And, you know, guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. I mean, he'll draw the ire of opposing players just because of how he approaches the game.
Gordon's checked in for Houston. Harden comes in for Cowboy. Rockets leading by 7.
Yeah, and guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I mean, I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Nelson kicks to Oladipo. He feeds it to Robertson. There's the dish to Nelson. 6 to shoot. Releases. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They have taken control on the glass.
Pass to Cantor. And he banks in the layup. Cantor's got 6 points.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Gordon with it. Now defended by Oladipo. Harden outside. Launches a 3. And another 3 for Houston.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
McGarry's checked in for the Thunder. Payne comes in for Oladipo. Houston also making some changes. Capella's checked in, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Doc. For 3, Nelson, and that one's good. Nelson's got
beautiful pass off
the
inbound for the 3.
Clearly, a defensive breakdown there,
beautiful.
guys. They didn't play him close enough on the inbound and then gave up the triple.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. For the Rockets, Nene, he's checked in for Patrick Beverley. And it's Beasley in for Capella. McGarry dishes to Nelson. Payne gets a wide open look. Here's McGarry. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. McGarry's got it back down to within single digits for the Thunder. Houston's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And that one is good by Beasley. So it's the Thunder now. Now, here is Nelson. 6 points for him. Dishes it to Cantor. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The Thunder have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses earlier. That free throw missing. And he's good on the second. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Rockets lead by 9. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And the final period of play just about to start. Thunder trailing by 9. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. We've got Gordon, Harden out there with Maverick, and it's Cowboy, and it's Steele, and at the 5 spot. And there's the call on Maverick. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Payne. To the inside. That's good from Kanter on the assist from Payne. And it's 9 points for Enes Kanter.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Swiped away.
Now this Oklahoma crowd really coming
Here's
alive.
Payne, and he floats
Jumping
in for the
good,
easy
and
2.
Houston's
Credit the
leads in
assist on
trouble.
that one.
Really opportunistic basketball there. And when they desperately needed it, timely, opportunistic basketball.
And it really couldn't have come at a better time. I mean, they've got to take even more chances on defense now. Try to get some more of those steals to start the break.
Oklahoma City trailing. Drive. Ilyasova hits the bucket.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you're better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have them get that good a look.
To the left side wing. Here's Steele. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Thunder have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. That's good.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They have got to figure it out.
Here's Cowboy, and Kanter pulls it down.
Kanter is having a field day right now.
Here's Abrines, but they'll get another chance. Here's
up by 3.
Easy second
Kanter
chance
and
opportunities
Ilyasova
there.
providing
Those
most of the
kinds of
offense.
mistakes drive me crazy and will
Oklahoma.
absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Steele. That's another one. His 5th in just 7 shots.
You know, when he gets rolling, guys, he can be an absolute handful to have to deal with. And right now, he is rolling strong.
Here's Ilyasova. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got his 7th assist here tonight.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Yeah, they were getting winded. Good call here to give them a quick breather.
Oh, it's showing the, I think it's the Oklahoma dancers. Oh, it's showing the Rockets dancers right now. A little competition between the 2 dancing teams here in Oklahoma. Oklahoma trying to make a run right now. Houston needed the timeout. So Oklahoma is on the bench talking right now. And that's the visual that you get. I'm going to hit the A button to continue.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Houston's coach was giving to his team. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City.
That was fault. I got distracted by the interview.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Out of bounds, Houston takes possession.
Well, that's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe
nice
it. He didn't know where
to
he was
run
on
him
the
out
court.
of bounds like that.
That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Houston leading by 3. Doc the pass to Cowboy. Houston moving the ball around. That's good. 14 points for Doc.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Here's Oladipo. That one off the back iron and out.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Oh!
How about that, Kevin?
What range on that shot.
Unbelievable.
That's amazing. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Ilyasova.
And he's coming up big here in the clutch.
Composed under pressure, and he's now 4 for 4 here in the fourth.
Harden gets the bucket.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
It has been a lopsided battle on the boards, no doubt.
Steele passes to Doc. Feeds it to Harden. Lets it fly from 18. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Man, I love to see James Harden go to work and shoot that ball.
Now Oladipo. He dishes it to Westbrook.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Stolen.
There's 1:54 left to play in the final quarter. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots. I think burn some clock if they want to.
Yeah, and maybe buy a little oxygen while they're doing it.
It's Williams with the drive. Back to Harden.
Puts it back over to Williams.
Outside Williams. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Mavericks checked in for the Rockets. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Nope, Oklahoma.
They trail by 10. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Doc with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's really taking it to him inside.
Well,
they got to find a way to slow him down.
Game because they just told me it was Oklahoma. Interesting. So here it is, less than 2 minutes to go. Oklahoma's got lots of time. They're going to have to get some stops defensively. Here we go. Can Houston keep their undefeated season alive? Over 50 wins.
There's 1:38
no
left in the
losses.
fourth quarter. They get it back.
Shot is up.
It'll go.
No
The
good.
Rocket lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Adams.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Guys, it's been their weakness to this point in the game, but they're still alive.
Maverick passes to Williams. Passes to Steele. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Doc the pass to Williams. Puts it up from 17. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Rockets.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky.
Kevin, I think the shot selection was good, too.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
49-0. Sorry about that.
Against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And, you know, against a conference opponent, Greg, who you're going to see 4 times total on the season, a 2-0 advantage is pretty healthy.
Just a big-time performance for Williams. He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Here's Westbrook. Good again. He's on tonight, 9 for 13 shooting.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. And stolen by Ilyasova. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way.
Oklahoma.
Here's Abrinas. Can't get it to go.
No good.
The Rockets go the other way with it. 17 points was their biggest margin.
I think Houston tipped it out of bounds.
Not a lot of time to get this one back under control.
No, they need to do their work quickly from here on out. Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're up by 6. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Lots of time. Houston takes the timeout. They don't want to make a mistake. They had a 17-point lead. It's been cut down to 6. None of the Oklahoma fans have left so far. Here we go.
There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the pass to Maverick. Here's Captain Clutch. Houston moving it around. Pass to Maverick. Here's Captain Clutch. He's covered by Westbrook.
Time running low here.
A quick score, Greg, and then probably foul him right away.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Now you've got a foul to stop the clock.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Shooting for Oklahoma City. Boy, they messed that up. That's shooting for Houston is Maverick. Foul is on Westbrook. It's to give them a 5-point lead. It's up.
And no good.
No,
as
he
the
missed
first
it.
free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
It's a little unusual.
He's able to hit the second one, and that puts them up by 5.
So they're up by 5.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're down by 5. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know, and not only do you want to draw up a score here, but it's got to be a quick one.
Yeah, it has to be quick. They've got to convert, and then there has to be an immediate foul.
There's still lots of time here, folks. Anything can happen. Oklahoma will throw it inbounds. Let's see if they go for some sort of quick shot. Here we go.
Shot from the inbound.
Shot is up.
It's rebounded by Houston.
Foul.
And they go to the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
Rayford Steele does not miss. Not very often. Referee gives the instructions. 2-point shot. Or 2 shots for Rayford Steele. Former Pan-Continental pilot decided he wanted to try his hand in the world of the NBA. He's done pretty well at it, if you ask me.
Gets
Shot
the
is
first,
up and
that
good.
increases their lead to 6.
Now it's a 2-possession game, and you got to think that a 7-point lead will ice it. Steele eyes the mark. Sets, fires.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
Here's Abrines. Offline with his 3.
Time. Gonna march it out.
Passes it to Maverick.
Passes back to Maverick. They're gonna hold on to it. Shot is
Free throw
up.
line jump shot. It's good.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, James, no doubting a terrific win. Given the tough battles out here tonight and the competitive nature of this matchup, what does this win mean to you?
It meant a lot. We wanted to come out here and play with some energy. Guys made shots defensively. It was a gutsy win for us.
Mission accomplished, James. Thanks for the time. Guys?
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. And now a chance to check out some of the tremendous play tonight from our Jordan player of the game.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.
Aww. Wonder if that's in reference to me not playing a game in a couple of months, or just that particular sign-off this time. Anyways, that is a look at NBA 2K16. We hope to soon bring you a game of the competition, as it were. The EA Sports version of NBA, the NBA Live 16 version. Until then, see you all next time.